other customers. Your call is very important.
I hope they answer this time.
To hold.
Please don't put me to voicemail.
Thank you for calling Clear.
Yes, ma'am. I'm calling because I called last month. I've used the advanced ovulation test last month, and I never got a solid smile. I'm sorry, I never got a blinking smiley face.
Okay.
It just went straight to a solid.
Okay.
Okay, and I called, and you guys told me that it was because maybe my estrogen wasn't high enough to pick it up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is the second month for me to use it, and I've had a blinking smiley face, all right, but I've had like 9 in a row. It started giving me the blinking smiley face, and I was so excited, but now I just want to slap the smiley face right off of it because it won't stop. Every day has been the blinking smiley face. It's not going solid.
Is this the same box that you used last month?
The same box?
Yeah.
It's the same test that I use, like you buy the, she told me if I had any strips left, that you push into it to just save them and start over next month, and that's what I did.
Okay. So, normally how long are your cycles?
My cycles are actually pretty long, between 35 and 40.
35 and 40 days?
40 days.
Okay. Do you know when this cycle you began testing?
That I begin testing? I think I tested sorry, I'm trying to remember.
No problem.
Probably like a week or two, a week and a half maybe. After my or like a week after my period, I guess. And I think I tested I think I got maybe 2, non-fertile test results. And I was actually testing for my cycle being so long. I was actually testing kind of early, so I got 2 non-fertile test results, and then one day I didn't test, and then the next day, and I hate to be too much information, but I went to the restroom and had what CM is. Yeah, and so I was like, oh, maybe I should just go ahead and keep testing because I got that. And so as soon as I wiped and saw that, I was like, okay, I better test. And that's when I got the blinking smiley, and I've had it ever since.
Okay. So that was about a week after your period began?
Yeah, about a week and a half maybe.
Okay.
I have it documented, but I don't have it with me right now.
Okay. Because if your cycles are normally, you said normally 38, 40 days?
Between 35 and 40.
35 and 40?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Because if it's between 35 and 40, they would have you most likely start testing according to the 35-day cycle. But they would have you testing 15 days after your period began. So it could be that if you're testing earlier on than expected, that you may see more high days because it noticed the change in your estrogen hormones that first testing.
Okay. Can you repeat that last part?
Because you began testing around 7 days after your period began.
Mm-hmm.
But if your cycling are 35 to 40 days long, normally it would have you start testing 2 weeks after your period begins.
Okay.
And with the way that this test works is it does remember the baseline level of your hormone on that first testing. So if it does see any changes in your estrogen level, that may be the reason why it's giving high days earlier and it's giving more high days.
Okay. So are you saying that since, because I tested those 2 days and got non-fertile and then I skipped a day?
No. It's because normally they have you start testing 2 weeks after.
Uh-huh. So you're saying I started testing too early?
Yeah, so that may be the reason why it's giving more high days because it started to increase in your estrogen early.
Okay, so my estrogen started increasing, and it picked it up early.
Because the first testing that you use, it gets the baseline level of that hormone level.
Oh.
So once it sees an increase from that baseline, it's going to go to the high. And then it's going to stay on the high until it sees your LH surge.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so that's why you're supposed to. So we basically, all of us already have like a certain level of estrogen, and then it starts to get higher at a certain point.
Exactly. Normally, the closer it gets to ovulation, the higher estrogen will become. But if sometimes if you're testing early, it gets that baseline level, then it sees it begin to increase, it will start flashing and gives you the high fertility.
So why doesn't, like, when you first start testing and you have a non-fertile, face, or without the smiley face, I mean, that's when, like, when you first test, it gets whatever your estrogen level is then. So it's possible for you to not climb the next day?
Yeah, that's possible that for your estrogen level to stay the same the next day.
I guess I feel kind of dumb, like I don't really get it.
Well, say that you tested today, you began testing, this was the first day.
Okay.
And say that today the holds are picked up on a level of 25 for your estrogen.
Mm-hmm.
And say tomorrow you tested again, it was still at 25. It's going to stay the same. It's going to be low fertility. And say the next day that it went from 25 to 35, it saw an increase in that estrogen level, going to go to high fertility. And that's when it begins flashing. And then it's going to stay flashing until it sees your LH surge. Once your LH surges, it's not going to go to high fertility, it's going to go to peak fertility. Just a solid smiley.
Okay. So, that makes more sense. I guess, so is it, when in your whole cycle, like, there's certain parts where it jumps more than others?
Yes. I mean, the closer it gets to ovulation, the higher it will go.
So let's say here's a whole new cycle starting, and I started testing the very first day, which you're not supposed to. Any kind of increase that's going to pop up, high fertility.
Any increase in the estrogen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I just don't see how this test is really helping. If you're going to have it increase throughout your whole cycle. How does it?
But they have to start testing on certain days according to your cycle, because it's going to have you test certain mileage before it's expected that you would be ovulating. Say that for this cycle it was definitely the cycle 35 days. It has you begin testing on day 15, because it would be expected that you'd be ovulating around day 20. So they'll have you start testing 5 days before it's expected you'd be ovulating.
Okay. Okay. Well, I can't believe I'm having such a hard time understanding. I mean, I do kind of get it. And I'll just have, I guess it's kind of hard for me because, I'm not ever going to be sure if it's going to be, 35 or 40. I guess I can always just guess that the safest guess for me would be 35, I guess. And just follow instructions like that from now on. But what about last month where I didn't get this at all?
You didn't get high at all?
Mm-mm.
But you did see peak fertility.
Yeah, I went from the blank non-fertile to immediately peak. But I didn't get a blinking at all.
And were you, do you remember when you were testing last cycle?
No. I guess I'm going to be more accurate. I mean, I have it on my phone, but I don't have it with me.
Oh, no, that's fine. As long as you're tracking everything,
Mm-hmm.
that's fine. It's okay if you don't have it with you right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that every cycle could be a little bit different. It's not, we're not expecting it to be the same every cycle, that every cycle you'd be ovulating at the exact same
Mm-hmm.
day. Because it can change. I mean, your hormones levels can change from cycle to cycle and from month to month. But it does seem that this cycle is picking up on the high fertility that you weren't able to see last cycle.
Yeah. So that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think I'll just, I'm going to know more next time, and if I have any questions next time, I'll give you guys a call.
Okay.
So, all right, well, that makes me feel better. I've been kind of stressed out about it, but I guess it's probably common maybe with people with long cycles to have this happen.
Well, yeah, if you're having a longer cycle, would expect it later on in your cycle, that's when you would be ovulating.
Okay. All right, well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All
Thank you
right.
for your call.
Bye.
Bye.
Did you guys get that? I feel so stupid right now. Like, I mean, I get it. I obviously have a long cycle. We all know that. And I must have started testing too early. That's really all that I got. I mean, what she was trying to explain to me just seems strange. Like, God, I feel so stupid right now. I mean, she's saying, like, I don't know. I think you guys need to leave some comments for me below. I'm really not stupid. Like, I must just not, my brain just doesn't get this for some reason. Let me see. Like, it's driving me crazy. I mean, I get it. I get that my cycle is too long. I'm not too long. My cycle is long. I started testing early. As soon as you start testing, any elevation of your estrogen is going to show up as a blinking smiley face. So if you test too early, then it's going to any time it raises, it's going to start blinking. I mean, I need some major help, guys, understanding this. Maybe you can't explain it to me. I mean, maybe I won't be able to understand it because she said, I don't know. I mean, I've been reading this stuff and it makes sense, but this doesn't. This to me sounds like, I mean, we all have estrogen in our body. I got that. I mean, obviously we're women. And it's going to climb at certain points. When you first test, it has a baseline level that it gets of your estrogen. So when you're about to ovulate, it's going to climb and it's going to pick that up, and that's when you get the blinking smiley. So with me, she's saying it messed up because I started testing too early. So when it got its baseline, when it got its baseline, it must have been the base. I think I might be getting it. The baseline wasn't that. Remember, she was saying in numbers, like, let's say you first test and you got a 25. Anything that goes higher, like a 35, it's going to show up and say you're at peak fertility or high fertility and start blinking. So that means if I started testing early, my baseline was really low. So any kind of climb was going to show me at peak fertility. So, it's got to pick up the baseline at the right time. Otherwise, you're going to, start testing way early. I think I get it. And even when I watch this again, I'm probably going to go, what? Am I sure I got it? But at this point, I think I get it because you do want to catch when it rises, but you don't want to catch when it rises way too early. You want to catch it, within the next, week or so after you start testing. Because that's when when it starts rising, LH is coming. I hope this video has helped you because it's been crazy. I'm happy now because I'm pretty sure I understand this. Oh my gosh. I hope I get pregnant soon. So I don't have to deal with this anymore. And I can make like super awesome fun videos about, Okay, I'm out of here. I look like a dork. I hope this video helped. I'll talk to you later. Bye.